Hi guys, Adventure Man here. Welcome to another episode of Jail Recollections, an inside look. Today, what I want to talk about is the end of my incarceration. Well, I'll get to that part in a minute, but I want to do a little bit of background. So, in jail, kind of what was my lifeline was being able to write to my family. And it was, I would write letters, often. And it was always very, very good to receive letters, not just from my family, but from my friends. And so, of course, one day when my cellmate stole all of my envelopes, that was a big blow. And I remember that during visitation and stuff, that there would be a window, I'm sure it was bulletproof, and we would talk to each other on opposite sides of the glass with a telephone. And, it was always hard to see them there and not be able to hug them. It was good to see them and talk with them and stuff, but having that embrace would have been even better. But that wasn't allowed to happen. So when it came time for me to leave, when I was being discharged on June 25th, well, it took about probably 45 minutes to an hour since they called me from the unit to be actually released, and it was probably about 11 o'clock at night. And I remember finally getting out the door, and I walked by the guard shack, and I see my parents out in the parking lot, and I actually thought that the first person who would hug me would be my mom, but it actually ended up being my dad, and it actually ended up being a really long hug, which surprised me, and I believe that the whole situation affected him more than he showed. And eventually I broke the hug so I could hug my mom as well. But it's really important to regularly express your love for your family by hugging and by telling them you love them and by doing things for them. I can't stress how hard it was to be away from family. I mean, some of you probably are like, oh, well, I could care less about them, I hate them, but it's not the case with me, and it's not just a hard situation on the person who's in jail, it's also hard on the family and friends, and especially with my case being a little bit high profile, and being more public, that made it even harder. So just treat your family well. Remember to hug them and to tell them you love them, and don't go to jail. Don't do something stupid. It's not worth it. It's not worth the cost. So that's the episode for today. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments about my experience or about anything, or suggestions for videos, please let me know. I would love to hear the feedback, whether good or bad. And God bless, guys. Be safe, and till the next video.